What is up guys, this is David,
Matt,
and Ali,
and thanks for choosing to get your gaming news here at Livewire. Today's video we're going to continue our Wildlands coverage, which is a main series here at Livewire. Today's video is going to be a sort of walkthrough and guide as to how to play Wildlands and do missions with all the information taken from everyone's gameplay at E3.
So we'll be looking at how to initiate missions, how to plan missions, your options when doing the missions, and then the consequences of your actions during said missions.
if you're enjoying the Wildlands series, then please hit that like button. Let's try and reach 20 likes to begin with, to show your love for this epic game. Also, if you are new to the channel, please remember to subscribe for the full Wildlands coverage until release and beyond.
So first of all, let's talk about how to actually get a mission. Main storyline missions are chosen by highlighting a region in the map. Each region has a high value target which controls the region, and it's up to you to try and stop them. As this game is all about freedom of choice, you can of course choose to tackle any of the regions and missions in any order you want.
If you select a high value target as part of the storyline, you'll likely get a cutscene for a briefing, as seen in the E3 gameplay with El Pozolera, or the stew maker, who literally melts bodies for a living. We also note that, as it is said, the ghosts have a CIA handler that will offer advice and provide intel.
There has been a lot of concern about storyline progression when playing co-op, as understandably joining players' worlds and progression together can be confusing. But it's been confirmed that if playing co-op, then you will be shown what each player has done and hasn't done, allowing for you all to be able to do new things together. It has been confirmed that each player will keep their setup and gear even when moving between co-op worlds, even if they are a much higher level than the other players in the session.
We'll now move on to the planning of missions, where reconnaissance will be extremely important for well executed and accurate missions. You and your team will have to scout out areas with your gear and weapons such as snipers. The main pieces of gear you'll be using for reconnaissance is the drone and the binoculars, where you can sit safely nearby the towns and camps you'll be attacking and get a close look at positions of enemies, targets, explosives, weapons, vehicles, intel and much more. One thing worth mentioning here that people might not know about is that players can actually come across trapped rebel townspeople inside camps. Once freed, these townspeople can actually, take up firearms, and they can be used for extra firepower or as a distraction to the cartel.
Gathering intelligence is highly recommended before attempting a mission and a critical component of tracking high value targets. You won't likely just stumble on their locations, instead you'll find evidence and interrogate lower level cartel members to discover their whereabouts, like we've seen at E3. Without this, you'll end up having very messy missions.
One thing we noticed from the gameplay, which is awesome, is how all the characters in the world have schedules they adhere to day to day, and the ghosts can use this to their advantage. For instance, if you notice a white van makes a lot of supply runs to and from a well guarded position, you could hijack the truck away from the base and drive right through the gates with no one being the wiser.
When planning, it is also worth noting that there is no player tethering, meaning that you will have to gather up your squad and any vehicles you'll be wanting to use from around the map. There's also 60 types of vehicles available to drive or fly, so you'll be spoilt for choice and options.
Now that you have all the information and a plan, it's time to attempt the mission. The main thing you'll have to think about is the way you'll actually attempt the mission, based on the intel you have. For example, if you know a place is heavily guarded, you might want to attempt a nighttime stealth attack as opposed to a full frontal assault. There's also going to be a long range option of course for, those people that like to camp.
Each option will have advantages and disadvantages. For example, if you decide for the long range option, yes, you'll be safe from cover, but if the target flees the camp, you'll struggle to catch up, unless you have a backup vehicle planned for that. Talking about vehicles then, they will also have a part to play during missions. For example, you could go in guns blazing in an armoured car, zoom around untouchable in motorbikes, or parachute down from a helicopter drop-off.
Other factors that affect missions can be the time of the day you attack, where you could attack at night with night vision or during the day from a helicopter in the sky. Weather will also have a part to play in this.
The ghosts have several gadgets at their disposal, like C4, tear gas, mines and flares. Savvy players can use these tools to create traps, diversions and ambushes during a mission, which will be extremely advantageous.
What's nice is that each high value target has unique behaviours. While some may flee from danger, others may engage in a gunfight. Some may give up information easily, or some may take it to their grave.
It is up to you to decide how you deal with every target in a mission. Will you kill them, torture them for information, or capture them? Will you destroy intel or steal intel? This is all up to you and something you probably should think about before beginning a mission, so you don't make a brash decision you'll later go on to regret.
This leads us nicely to the last topic of how the decisions and actions you make during missions will have consequences later in the game. Deciding to let people live or die can make for future encounters in the game which may never have happened if you had chosen another option. This will hopefully mean that the game has a slightly different route for everyone to go down, leading to an interesting and personally tailored storyline.
So thanks for watching that video, guys. That was just a sort of overall guide as to how to attempt all missions, and a quick look at all the different things you'll be seeing when it comes to actually attempting a mission. The thing I'm probably looking forward to most is the sort of freedom of choice aspect of it all. I think it'll be really good to do, especially with your friends, and I'm really looking forward to the sort of reconnaissance aspect of the game, so you can really feel like you're making proper decisions when it comes to attacking camps and stuff like that. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more of the Wildlands series, then you can simply click that YouTube playlist there at the top right of this end slate. If you'd like to find out more about what Livewire is, then you can also click on the bottom left of the end slate there to see our faces and get to know us a little bit better. There is also a For Honor playlist there at the bottom right, another series we do here at Livewire. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching.